Hey, what's up everybody? We're back with the lighting and furniture tutorial. The furniture is pretty straightforward. Just get you some sticks from the yard and then various sizes or whatever, and you can manipulate them to do whatever you like. These here pretty much little sticks that I quartered and then glued together from a little stack of wood. And then we've got, yeah, my cup is not attached here. This is actually a piece of wood off of a birdhouse. That's the little stem that sticks off the front for the bird to sit on. And I'll show you, that's actually what my stumps are made out of as well. These little guys. And what those were is they were the edges of the birdhouse here. Those are just glued on. So I snapped a row of those off and held on to them, and they ended up working out pretty good for this project here. But back to the sticks from the yard. That's pretty much this is here. Little shelf there. And then the bowls are actually acorns, tiny little acorns that were still attached to the twigs that I was picking up. And so those worked out pretty good for the bowls. And then speaking of acorns, this is a much bigger acorn, and obviously that's nothing done to that one. Left it alone, but with a Dremel tool or some sandpaper, the Dremel tool will make much lighter work of it, but with the barbs sanded off of it, it turned it into a pretty good looking basket. So put a little bit of firewood in there and we're good to go. So I think that's it for the furniture, just different variations. Again, I've got a table here. We just again have some sticks and use those there. And then this here is just a bunch of little twigs for the bed. Again, nothing to it, pretty self-explanatory. So then my plates are just pretty much a piece of bark off of a much bigger branch, and so I just kind of rounded those out a little bit. And of course that's what my table is. This is actually one of the first pieces of furniture I made. So we've got the table, and then of course another acorn bowl, and plate. My plates aren't glued on yet just because I'm not sure where I want them to sit. But so moving on to the lighting, so these are tea light candles, and that's what that is down in the base. This actually sits down in the project, and the table sits flush with the floor. Obviously it makes it look like there's a lantern sitting on top there. To get to that though, and I apologize, I tried to buy some of these on the way home today. I stopped at Target and at Michael's, and both were out. I'm not sure if we've got a shortage of tea light candles going on or what, but anyways, so I was going to try to use a new one to demonstrate, but unfortunately I don't have any new ones. So anyways, if you're familiar with these, which I'm sure you are, this is how they come. Nothing to it. These two that are still in the casing, like with the table, and I think I've got another one that sits down in the floor. They all sit down in the floor to give the appearance of a fire flush with the ground, obviously. So to get into them, we'll use this one here because this is not cracked or anything. What you'll do is you'll take a pair of pliers and you'll get them open up to where they've got that gap in between, and then what you'll want to do is you'll just take and grab it from the side and snip down. Sorry, like I said, I don't have a new one to actually do for you and show, but really all you're trying to do is break this plastic piece right here, because this is the base that you're after. So you're just trying to get in between. You can see the crack right there, and you're just trying to get into there. And so once you snap it open, it will create a hole like what you see there. And so then to get it out, you just take a knife and stick the knife in there and then that'll just pop right out. Obviously I don't want to pop this one out because I want it to stay in there, but yeah, so this will just, like I said, pop right out. Sometimes you have to snap the bottom of it, as far as to get this piece out. Yeah, my stick wasn't glued in there. Sometimes you have to do this twice to get a better grab at the inside, but like I said, they'll pop right out. And of course they all come with those little flames on top of them. I've taken those off, and those pull right off. That's pretty much the first thing you do, is just pull them off. Doesn't take any tools or anything. They're just kind of pressure fitted into the top of the plastic casing, and so they'll pull right out. It won't hurt the bulb or anything like that. So anyway, so once you get it out, this is what you're looking at. Actually, take that back and get this guy out. This is what you're looking at. It still has that plastic post right there. And so anyway, so to get rid of that plastic post, what you'll do is you will, well, first what you'll want to do is you want to close your pliers, get those back to where they close all the way, and then you'll want to bend this out of the way so that it's not in the flame, but then get it to where when you hold it under the flame, you're not damaging anything with the fire. So then what you'll do is you'll just heat this up, and it will catch on fire if you hold the flame there too long. So you're just trying to get it hot. It's starting to smoke just a little bit, not much. And then you'll take this and squeeze that good and flat. Hold it there for just a second until it cools off. And then what that does, as you see, is that's made that post nice and flat. Okay, once you've done that, you'll want to get your scissors and take and snip this off. Takes it right off. Maybe get another little bite down here. You're not going to be able to get it flush. It takes a couple times. So we've got that off, about half of it. And then pliers ready here. Then you want to do the flame one more time. And this next part you might actually do a couple times, but anyways, heat up the nub that's left. A little bit of smoke in there, and then now what you'll do is you'll just grab it from the side, or from the bottom rather, and squeeze it. And like I said, you might have to do this a couple of times. Didn't really feel like it was that hot as far as, I feel like it squeezed down much there. So, and now actually did fairly well. Because there again, you're not trying to get it flush because you have all this other stuff that's sticking up. So you're just trying to get it down to that level. And that's if you need the post removed. In this particular one, it goes in this rock right here. And it actually fit up in there, as you saw, with the post. And of course, when this is in the project, you don't see the bulb. You only see the back of the rock. And the reason being is, yeah, there you go. So that's got like a flashlight, spotlight effect to it. So what this does is it sits in the front of the project and shines into the fireplace, helps illuminate the fireplace, because the fire that's in the fireplace doesn't do such a great job. I do not remember if I mentioned when I was talking about taking the flames that come with them off of them in order to work with them like this. I don't think I mentioned what I actually have in place of those, and this is all hot glue. That's what I've made all those out of, and pretty much just, there again, pretty straightforward. See if I can do this. Well, kind of doing everything in reverse here, trying to look at the camera, but because the issue is with these, the light, as I showed you with that one, sometimes it's a spotlight versus a like an ambient light. So the hot glue, it does wonders as far as spreading the light out. And then also, now hot glue like string, you can use that to kind of make your flames. Then as you see, depending on which way you move the glue, it will light it up, provided that you have it in line with the light coming off. So just so you know, the world's stringiest hot glue is sold at Michael's. If you find yourself in the need, they have got you hooked up. So anyways, so there's that, and as you can see, depending on, let me see if I can get that off of there. There we go. So depending on how that string is hanging, you can see it gets lit up fairly well. So you can tweak it a little bit and make it light up how you want to. So yeah, so that's how you achieve the flames there. And like I said, the reason being, some of them are super bright and they just shine a light that you don't want. You want the room to be lit up. And so here's the difference. The two torches there, I used cotton from Q-tips. Just kind of pulled it off the end and snipped it off and painted it to look like fire when it's not lit up. But anyway, so you can see the difference. These two up front are the ones that have the cotton on it, and then the two in the back, that's just hot glue. That is around the bulbs. And then of course some of these are brighter than others, so that does, help with how well they illuminate the areas that they're in. But so that's that, and we'll just kind of run through these real quick. There again, just the base. This is the fire that goes in the fireplace. So we got that there. And then here again. Let's see if I can show you. Well, that one, I'm sorry. That's not one of the ones. I guess the fireplace one. As far as how the light comes all the way through to the end of the glue there. The ones that were wrapped, or that I had cotton on, that were actually like made in the shape of a fire, only the center would glow. It certainly didn't do any of that towards the tips, so it didn't look very good at all. So that's what prompted me to change it. And then of course my table here, I think we went over that earlier. This is, of course, there's the bulb by itself, and then the lantern is actually a piece of what this is. This is wire tape, and I'll get to this in just a moment, but pretty much it's the white backing off of this and just rolled up into a small piece and wrapped around the bulb there to again help diffuse the light and make it look somewhat realistic. So, and then we got the little kitchen area here, and again had to replace this battery the other day, and I figured, well, there's really no sense in putting the cover back on because, well, I'll just have to take it back off. So anyways, that's that. There again, hot glue. This I just painted full on red to try to give it that glow of hot coals cooking under the fire. And this is another fireplace, the top fireplace. Again, the wood just sticks. These are quartered as well. And it's glued in place, obviously. And then we've got, these are the back of the cave walls. And there again, these are cotton wrapped around. So as you can see, it's certainly not putting off anywhere near the light as like what that one is, or any of the other ones that have the hot glue on them. So the hot glue definitely helps spread the light out. And then, I'm sorry, to give you an idea, just trying to show you all the different ways that you can use these. So yeah, so they pretty much just all fit in their little places and do what they're supposed to do. I think that's it on the tea light candles. I hear my neighbors below me have just cranked up their stereo. I don't know if y'all will be able to hear that, hopefully not. So at the end of all of this, I discovered the dollhouse section at Hobby Lobby and came across this little guy here. I just thought it was cool, just a miniature part of it. But anyways, and of course it has the nice warm light, what you would find inside versus the fire light there. And so this actually goes, here's a house I picked up from Michael's, I believe it was. And then with the light inside it. This came without the glass in the windows, but I just used some plastic packaging that I had and put those in there. And then of course the drapes are just pieces of paper that I colored red with the Sharpie. But of course they turned out to be pink just because. So that's that, and I think that's it. As far as the lights are concerned, oh, I'm sorry, one last thing. This is another thing that I found with the doll houses. This is, I think, a 12-volt system here, and they make like a bank that you can plug these into. You can either plug them into the wall, or I think they have some that are actually, battery operated as well. And then this is that wire tape wire. I'm not sure what it's called there, one of the two, but so this is that. I just wanted to do a little test strip, see how it worked. As you see the profile, I mean, you can't even tell it's there when you go from the side. But anyway, so we've got this here, and then I've got a 9-volt battery here, and pretty much, if you go the wrong way, it just won't light up. So no big deal. There we go. So if you're trying to get power somewhere, the tape wire is definitely the way to go, because like I said, it's not, you don't have the bulk of the wire here. So, and I thought about maybe using this to upgrade, because at some point I would like for all of these to come on with the flip of the switch. Maybe not, because how it is now, I have to pull them all out, and so that kind of limits where I can put them, and then also the arrangement of some things on the inside, because they have to be removed in order to get to like the back walls with the torches on them. So anyways, so that's there. We might try to put that on a future project, but that setup is actually pretty expensive. So a starter kit's like $50, something like that, and that's nowhere near where I'm trying to be with all of this. These are actually, you can get a pack of 6 for like $6-7. So, and what's even crazier is that the replacement batteries for them are like, you get 2 of them for $3.50, which, go figure, you just buy another pack of candles for $6 or $7 and have 6 batteries and extra bulbs and anything that you might need. So anyways, I believe that's it for how to actually do the lighting. We'll get them put into project and let you see what they look like inside, and then that should do it for us. Alright, so pretty much here in the project here. Then we have the fireplace on top, and that's what I was talking about as far as getting it to sit flush with the base there. So that's what that is, and then move down to the other one. And then we've got the fireplace, the other fireplace on the inside. And you really can't see it. Let's see if I can get it to come over there. As far as behind the wooden door here, I've got the tea light shoved through the back, but without, there we go. But I don't have anything on that one, just because to fit it through the small hole in the back, I really couldn't have any hot glue on it. But also, it's hidden because of the wooden door, and so it lights up the inside that you can see through the cracks of the door, but you can't really tell that it's just the flame, or I'm sorry, just the bulb. So with the door in place like that, so. And with it running, what's cool is you can actually, it's bright enough to see the reflection off of the water up front, so it works out pretty cool. Might as well turn it on, right? All right, everybody. I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one.